Tom, feedback, Tom. Wow, you guys are in there before me. Come on now, open up. There we go. There we go. That took a minute. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that, y'all. About to do some woodwork. Just some minor woodwork, y'all. Lighting all right? Everything all right? Everything good? Everybody good? Hey, Mike. Hey, plywood. All right, we're going to use this little Win Forstner bit. On the other side of this board is the outline of a shoe. And I have several things I've gotten, some goodies that I'm excited to use today. Besides, I'm using one of these Irwin Forstner bits right now. Yes, that is a plug. And I'm going to make a hole on this profile. And you guys will see, because I'm going to use a jigsaw here in a minute. And I'm going to take this shoe shaped item out. Now I'm going to cut on the outside, I believe on the outside of that line. I want to make sure I do this right. Yeah, so I want to put this hole in exactly the right spot. I got it in my vise here. I might need my reading glasses for this, man. Y'all see that cuts a clean hole in there? Well, kind of. If I would have come from the other side, I'm sure I would have gotten less blowout. But what I've got here is some real cheap plywood also. But the plywood that's in the chat's not real cheap. He's a good guy. Hey, Dacian, what's up, buddy? All right, let's see if that's enough space for my... All right, it's not enough space. I got to get a little bit bigger Forstner here. Put a little bigger Forstner in there. So I'm going to cut this outline out. I'm going to try to maintain, I'm going to try to keep this board. And you'll see why afterwards. You'll see as it comes around. You'll understand why. Is my mic good? Everything good with the mic? New microphone, kind of. Forstner bit, that's what I'm using right now. By the way, this is a Ryobi 18 volt. They probably got a new version of this with a smaller battery. This is the big battery version. Heather, if she's on the thing. Emre, welcome, or also known as. Yeah, so this is a little on the larger side. I would prefer not to do this, but I will. It's probably going to blow out a little on the other side. Hopefully not. Just a little bit. All right. Man, I really wish I had my reading glasses right now. I do not have them. All right, but that will work for that. This is loud. I'm going to warn you. This piece of equipment I'm about to use is kind of loud. My mic should cancel some of that noise out, but while it's being done, it's likely that I will not be able to talk because of the EQ of it. It may affect the EQ a bit. Just bear with me for a second. Gotta plug her in. Gotta plug her in, man. Gotta plug her in. Get her done today. I've been wanting to do this. I've been wanting to do this. Been wanting to do this for some time now. Welcome, everybody. My name's Calvin. This is Dad's Workshop. Woohoo! It's not bad. Going good. Let me get a pair of safety glasses so I don't teach the wrong way to do things. Get some safety goggles. Bust out the brand newsters, y'all. And once we get this out, you're going to see why. You're going to see why we need to do this, because it's for the cobbling. We're about to cobble. You, me, we're about to cobble. These mess up my view, though. I don't like what they do to my view. They like distort my view. I don't want to get it right back in there. Now, cool thing about jigsaws, man, is they really can be handled in almost any direction. Just be careful, you know. Like that. That can happen, right? We don't want that to happen. I'm going to flip this thing down a bit. If I can get it down any more, I don't know if I can. That's about as low as I can get it. I might come from the other side, do the same thing. I had to stop because I had to put on some safety gear. Y'all know that. That's just the deal. So what I want to do is get it back in without bending my blade, because it's really easy to bend your blade when you do stuff like that. It's got to be seated in there. It doesn't want to cut against the grain right here, I think is the problem. Right? So. I'm brute forcing it through right there. It wants to. Y'all might be able to see the silhouette of a shoe coming out here. Hey, Wes Does It. What's up, man? Yeah, we're cutting out. Hey, you bring my readers? Thank you so much. Sorry to interrupt your work.
Just remember that your backpack's
Oh, okay. Well, kind of. Plywood, sorry to not answer your question. Plywood said, am I doing shoe repairs? No, what I'm doing is I'm going to make a wet mold die, basically, that you're going to be able to put cork. Well, I'm going to put leather on it and press it down. It's going to shape that leather into a sole shape. And then inside that, I'm going to put cork that I've ground up with this barge adhesive. All right, so this adhesive right here is meant for like heavy duty shoe stuff. It's kind of like what you see if you watch those shoe videos with the wet cork going in. I think this is probably what they're using. And so I'm going to mix that up with cork and make molds so that I can make myself some shoes. Kind of get the idea, just learn a little bit about cobbling, you know, cobbling together some shoes, right? Am I right? Yeah, it's fun stuff. Fun stuff. But what I'm going to do is change the direction of this guy. Probably, I'm trying to think of a good angle here. I'd really rather have it. And I'm gonna sand this down and work. This is just a piece of cabinet, or not cabinet, a drawer set. And I've been having this, I think some of y'all were around when I scrapped this down, broke it down. Tricky spot right there on the back. Now, if you don't have a jigsaw, this type of thing can be done with a coping saw, right? So like a hand saw, you know, not my favorite thing, those little coping saws. We used those a long time ago, and I'm not too worried about folks kind of ditching today too. I have to start working on these projects regardless of the numbers. That I know everybody likes numbers, but by the way, we are trying to get our subscribers up, folks. Do subscribe. My name is Calvin. This is Dad's Workshop right now. I will get over the loud stuff pretty soon, but I do have to cut this out. And I do like this jigsaw. I've had it for many years. This is a DeWalt jigsaw. In case you are familiar, we can tag that if Heather is able to. Very good jigsaw, powerful. You got to be careful with these things sometimes. I got the wrong blade on it right now for this, really. Well, here's what I'm going to do now. Since it's split, I think I'm actually just going to cut the form out and then scrap the piece of wood here. So this is what we'll do. I'm going to break this out because I'm not even going to try to save that. It doesn't make sense. I'll cut this out using my new crosscut saw. I thought I was going to be able to jigsaw that out without breaking something, blowing something out like that. I guess I could probably still do it. But see, there's damage here and here too. What I want to do is maintain this thing. Y'all can kind of see how it's like a foot shift here. I want to maintain this form so I can use this as the, what do you call it? The female section of this die, right? Hey, Plywood's been a member for 7 months. Can you believe that? 7 months, how time flies. Time flies. Thank you so much, Plywood, for his membership for 7 months. Crazy amount of time. Let me do a little drum roll. Thank you, Plywood, for that membership. Much appreciate my members. Very much appreciate my members. All right, so there's two things I can do right now, and I'm going to be decisive about it. I can continue to try to work this, and you see I broke it. This is because it's just crappy plywood, man. Not like my guy Plywood here. He's not crappy. This material is. And then I could, so if it's, the other thing I could do is I could just cut this shoe shape out of here, use another piece of plywood or another piece of stock as my die. But it also give me an opportunity to pull out my razor saw today. So maybe I'll do that. What did Rob say? What did Rob? Yeah, it's a great. Wes has been a member for 6 months. Get the heck out of here. A drum roll for Plywood and Wes. Do become a member today, ladies and gentlemen. Tap that little $ down in the corner, and that'll give you an opportunity to join today. That's right, and hit the like button too. We need likes here also. That's how YouTube knows where to go with this stuff. All right, we'll bring this thing back and do it the traditional way. I'll use hand tools. I'm not big on power tools anyways. I love my jigsaw, but I do know that this jigsaw can run away from you sometimes. I think I can finish the rest of this. It does seem to scare people. It always has scared people away on the live stream. So that's the jigsaw. You saw it did make quick work of those curves. But let's put the jigsaw aside. I'm going to take this razor saw out, and we'll just cut to this piece here. Right? All right, so here's the new saw I got. Psyched because I did do looking before I did it. Vincent, welcome. Vincent, new member, Vincent Kotza. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope I pronounced your last name right. I definitely need the drumsticks for that. I got to have the drumsticks for a new member. Hey, look at that. See, you got to have members. Let me get my snare drum out here. This may be loud, ladies and gentlemen, but I don't care. Vincent is a new member now. Check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, Vincent Kotza, new member. Welcome to the channel. Welcome, Vincent. Also known as Vinny. What can I say here, Vincent? You know, I mean, there comes a time in a man's life where he has to take a second and analyze, you know, who his real friends are, you know? And Vincent, he's a friend of ours, Vincent. He's a friend of ours. Am I right? A friend of ours, Vincent. Welcome, Vincent. Oh, what's the other thing I want to say? Thank you, Wes, and thank you, Plywood, for demonstrating the length of your memberships. That has power to it. See, Vincent, man, welcome, welcome. I hope you enjoy being here. It's a big community. We fuss and fight and argue in the behind the scenes. Always behind the scenes. Oh, this is my new saw here, y'all. Do I have to cut this thing out of here? I have to cut this out? What? Great saw. So I've got some new Japanese tools here, y'all. This is one of them. This is the replacement for my other saw that's not in here right now. I brought that with me to do a job. I brought it with me to do a job, you know? I got a shipment coming in. Vincent's coming in. I got some stuff coming in. It's coming in the wharf. You know, I got a guy down there, you know. So we're going to cross-cut this. What was I going to say, though? What was the other expression that I wanted to use? Heather's the Italian one of the two of us. She can help. It's VLC Vinny. That's right. You have been a member as VLC. You got a great beard right now, Vinny. Crushing with that beard, man. I was just talking about that the other night. Vincent's beard winner of the group, for sure. All right, Vinny, welcome back, man. We're glad to have you. Thought you were VLC. That makes sense now. See, I didn't make that connection. Wow, this saw is nice, dude. Brand new. I don't know if they can translate this, but this is the razor saw that it is right here. Boop, boop, boop. Probably the screen can do the translations. I'm gonna take these safety glasses off and put my readers on, man. That's what I really would like. It's a Ryoba saw, and it is a particularly good one. It's the same as my other one. My other one lasted for like a decade before it started, and I cut through bone and everything with it before it started giving in. My readers, let me put those on there so I can see. If we read Japanese, we could probably tag that product, but we don't. Oh, I love doing this, y'all. Y'all know I love woodwork, right? Wes says I've been using my readers as safety glasses too. Yeah, man, it's like the safety glasses like mess your perspective up sometimes. Like those ones were like warping the view. Guess I gotta call it Grandpa's workshop, man. You know. Y'all see how quick that goes through the... I can find the actual product in my Amazon and show it to y'all. It is a specific razor saw, not just any one. Buckskin cow shoes. I gotta find. Once I make my first pair of buckskin cow shoes, I'll come up with the price. It'll probably be a lot. It'll be a lot of dollars. Free Willy, what I'm making right now is a mold to do some cobbling. Thank you for asking, man, and welcome to the channel. Do subscribe, Free Willy. We love to have new folks around. Is it a callback? How much? LOL, or should I just say priceless? Hey, Cedar is lying. He's not actually going live now. And if he does, somebody go tell me if he is. Hey, welcome back. Yeah, this guy was in here last time, and I cannot remember. He gave us his name last time. It's what I see is in Hebrew though, so I can't read it. I think. We'll do a little sharpening of my chisels because this has to be done some with chisels here. See how fast I can get through one of these plywood boards with the saw. Can y'all see that? Or no? You need to be able to see that. Y'all need to be able to see that. See how quickly I get through this board? Not like bragging or anything. Y'all see that? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So what I wanted to do, and I might still be able to do it, was turn this into a negative mold part of this shoe mold that I'm making. Net 180. Yeah, man, we'll work on it. We'll work on it. Yeah, I want to make that hat too, Vincent. I'm psyched. The hat is another one I want to wet mold, but I might actually just do that. This is actually, look at that, man. That jigsaw made a pretty clean cut. That's not too bad, y'all. We're going to get this nice. This is about the size of my foot here. You know, the size of my outsoles, not really the size of my foot. I want it to be oversized. I have never done cobbling, Free Willy. This is my first experience in cobbling. I have not cobbled before. I have no cobbling experience whatsoever. Have you cobbled? I'm going to use the rip cut side here. When we get them chisels out pretty soon, we're going to chisel, but we'll do a stop cut around it. We'll do one more cut right here. Can y'all see okay? What's cobbling? It's making shoes, Vincent. Making shoes. Shoemaking. That's okay. All right, let's take this out, put a sharpening stone in. Oh man, this is a pain because I got this vise, which I would definitely plug if it didn't have these problems. We're gonna put a stone in here and sharpen my chisel a little. I just wanna make sure I got a sharp chisel going into this. But y'all see what I got here? We almost got the shape of this outsole going here. If you've never duct tape cobbled your shoes, you've had a good life. We ain't the same. Dude, I've definitely duct taped my shoes. There's no question. I have definitely duct taped. My running shoes, man, I duct taped my running shoes because they were like, I duct taped my skating shoes because I couldn't slide my foot up my skateboard without ripping the side of my toe of my shoes. So I put duct tape on there. It ripped right through the duct tape immediately, like my grip tape on my skateboard. So that doesn't work. At least if you slide your foot right, it doesn't. So let me get the big stone here, my favorite stone. Should I give this stone a name? Should I give the stone a name, y'all? For real? We'll call it Sharon. Y'all like that? Vincent, welcome to the family. I'm psyched to have you, man. Psyched to have Vincent as part of the fam. Members, big deal to be a member, man. It's smash that like button. Buckskin Cal in here. Buckskin Cal. Hey, do subscribe, y'all. We're pushing. I want to get to here. I got to set a goal every day now, y'all. Every time I go in somebody else's live now, too, I'm going to be like, this is their goal. Let's subscribe to their channel. We're going to get them to this a number. I'm going to do that now. Cedar, Wes, anybody's channel I go into. Mike, when Mike starts going live, because he's got 50 subscribers. Oh, okay. My grandfather was a shoemaker in Italy, the only one in their small town. There you go. I love that, man. I love that. Vinny's still connected to his Italian roots. And right down the street, there was a woodworker, and his name was Geppetto, and he made marionettes. You know, you may have heard of him. Cheech, welcome. Welcome. Oh, you found the razor saw. Good. Yeah, that's a good saw, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna vouch for that, man. I love these things. If I don't have one, I can cut a tree down with one of these. Yeah, man, if cobbled shoes are done correctly and maintained, they'll last forever. That's true. There you go. DT Rob says he's 11 subs away from 1,300. Whoop, whoop. So when I go into Rob's next time, even if it's 5:30 a.m. in the morning here, which it usually is when he goes live or earlier, I'm going to start pushing. And if you want to, here, go to Rob's channel right now and go subscribe to his channel. Share one of his videos. You know, he has a mission to help people with mental health struggles. That's a great mission that Rob has. Go to his channel, subscribe, like one of his videos, share it with a person, and come back here and talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yeah. Yeah, man. Thanks for coming. Cheech, also a member. We have 200 members right now. Very, very thankful for that. We have about 21 renewing members. Very thankful for that as well. Very, very thankful. Super, super thankful, y'all. All right, let's get a good chisel that we can use. And I'm thinking like I don't need a bigger one for this. I'll use like a little bitty, or not a little bitty, but wow, look how much rust is on that, man. Holy smokes. Like it was dipped into the Dead Sea or something. All they did was like a little bit of taxidermy stuff in here. Look at that, y'all. How much rust is on that? Crazy, dude. Well, I'm not going to use that one. Though that would be the size type I would want. I gotta use that thing in the Dead Sea. This one's got a nice edge, even though I compromised the metal a while back. Because I put it on the grinder, I didn't cool it properly. Well, let's see if we can get this one up nice and sharp here. This is probably a good size. Oh yeah. Hey, can somebody translate that, please, for me? It's in Hebrew. Welcome, welcome. I'll do a drum roll for you too, man. I'm glad he's here to join. That's awesome, man. I'm so excited. So excited to have 2 new members today. I'm going to go get my drum roll on here. Heather might be able to do it. It's tough because it's by screen. Yeah, man, welcome. Thank you so much for being a member. Let me get my drumsticks and do a proper tribute as I do for all my members. All right, welcome. Welcome to our new member. We're going to find out his name in a moment. Daniel. Welcome, Daniel. New member. New member, Daniel. Welcome, welcome. So happy to have you. Very, very happy to have you today, Daniel. Thank you. So thankful, man. Very, very appreciative. Glad that you introduced yourself too. Thanks for doing that for us. We are people, many of us, I'll speak for myself, many of us are very lacking when it comes to our multilingual abilities, you know. I know you probably have a little more skill in that department. So thank you, Daniel, new member Daniel, welcome. And now I know what Daniel is in Hebrew too, if that's what it is, or if that's like, that might be a screen name too. Yeah, I love to learn stuff, man. Big on learning. Kind of a learning guy myself. Always like to learn stuff. We're gonna change the view in a second, and I'm gonna chisel a stop cut on this plywood. I'm not gonna guarantee it won't chisel out a little wonky, and we'll strop too. Yeah, the other day, Daniel was giving me huge tips on cobbling. Like he was he was in my head basically on the cobbling piece because we were talking about it. He was basically saying exactly what I was talking about the glue and using cork. So I do have cork now, Daniel. I want to show you that. Well, I have cork back here on this cork board. That's one place I have it. This is not, doesn't have adhesive on it. And do not plug this because I don't know if it's good or not. But this cork roll is what I'm going to start with. Hey, Vincent Kotza, welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Vinny, VLC, by the way, subscribe to his channel. VLC Woodworks. He's been around for a minute. Thank you so much for that, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, so this is cork that we're going to use to potentially cobble, but I have other cork, and I'll grind that up in a blender. This has like an adhesive on it. Heather pointed that out this morning. So we probably won't use this right away. But cork, we're going to grind it up. We're going to put it into an adhesive, this barge adhesive, and then we'll use that. I want to show y'all my scissors so freaking bad, man. Let me get my drumsticks, though, because what I got to do right now is a drum roll. Cup of coffee, man. That's more than a cup of coffee unless you go to Starbucks. Thank you, Vinny. Vinny, for the cup of coffee. Even in inflation, that's more than a cup of coffee. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Vinny, for the gift. Appreciate you. All right, let me get a little strop here so I can strop off this. And new member Daniel, new member Vinny. Man, I feel rich today. Rich in folks. Rich in folks. Where's a piece of scrap leather somewhere here? Let's see a little scrap. This is a little scrap doodle. I can't use my good strops because I got those put aside to send to my members. But this is a decent one here. A little piece of deer leather I got. Heck yeah, let's see how sharp that is, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how sharp it is. And hopefully, you know what? While I got this stone up here, let's do a couple more chisels just to be sure we got it. We got this handled, man. I don't want to have man, that thing is rusty. Woo. Somebody say vinegar. I see that in the chat. It's like my favorite chisel right here. I got a lot better at sharpening a lot of things. Knives, I don't like when I use a knife and I just kind of, and I'm just polishing it, I don't use a lot of pressure. With chisels, I really want to get that bevel. Like, so I press down a lot. And the person who taught me to do it was like, you got to press harder. Like, you got to put some force down. That also helps set that edge properly. Hey, man, Mike says, who is a member? Thank you, member Mike. Mike says, yeah, I'll share with Miss Vinny said share with Miss Heather. I definitely will. I will. We share a lot anyway. Shout out to all subscribers and members and viewers of Dad's Workshop keeping this channel up. Joseph said, I subscribe to say hello to you. Thank you, Joseph. We say hello back. My name's Calvin. Heather's in the background. We've got Vinny in here. We have Wes in here, Mike Osborne, a number of other folks. I'm introducing everybody for folks. Daniel's in the house from overseas, I believe. Cedar Grow Box, or Paul, DT, or Rob, Cheech. I don't know Cheech's real, Christian name. Free Willie's in the house. So I think I said everybody. Plywood Tom is in here too. So we all say hello to you, man. Joseph, welcome. I'm glad that you said something. Yeah, hit that like button, subscribe, folks. Hey, let's get up to 5,100 subscribers today, y'all. Let's get to 5.1K today. 5.1K. All you got to do is just subscribe to the channel because you like us, because we're cool like that. I got Vinny over here. I got a shipment coming in. Vinny's here. He's a friend of ours. Take it easy and subscribe, Hey, Kevin, welcome. I think he means happy Monday. We all wish it was Friday. Some people say happy Friday every day just to be a smart ass. But I don't think Kevin L is that type. So take it easy, everybody. Got a shipment coming in here. It's coming in. It's got some saws, some cobbling stuff. Don't ask me what that is. These guys down south, you know, I got a guy down there. I got a guy. Hey, double tap that screen, like this video, folks. Hey, I'd rather have 48 good ones, 59 good ones, than 24 not very good ones. And I've had a really good day already. Y'all have made my day already. The people in this chat choosing to be here, other than, you know, it could be anywhere. Your face could be on any screen, and you're choosing to put me on your screen. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Schmutz on here. Schmutz. Schmutz off the stone. Oh, yeah. Hey, Kevin L with the $5 super chat. That's what I'm talking about. Kevin L. Hey, if you're new here, though, Kevin L just wants you to hit that subscribe button. That's what he wants to do because he's altruistic like that. He just wants you to help me out by subscribing to the channel. That's why he threw us $5 to just get y'all's attention. Hey, you're in Dad's workshop. Subscribe. You don't have to pay anything to do that. Kevin L's just throwing money because he just cool like that. You can do it too, but the other thing you could do is just subscribe, right? But let me get a drum roll going for Kevin L because I've been drumming my tail off today. It's going to be more and more drumming. Not really a drummer, y'all. Just kind of did it in my spare time. Maybe we get Schmoke in here. He could do a little better. But let me go get the drums because you got to do a little bit. I'll do a little drum on here. Just I don't want to scare people away. There we go. I'm gonna leave those sticks on there, man. They've been so busy. Hey, look at the drum head. Look at the drumsticks. That's how much work they've gotten already, man. Mike sent me these like less than a week ago. They're getting beat up, y'all. That means the channel's doing good. The other day we went over 5K. Miss Heather says we're at 5,083. All we got to do is, and let me read what Kevin said. Definitely subscribe to this channel. This is one of the best communities of people. I agree, Kevin. I agree. Subscribe to the channel and let's be friends. And Joseph just did that. So we appreciate Joseph being in the house today. Thank you, Joseph. We do. We do. We appreciate all of you. Hey, guess what my family doesn't do, y'all? Watch my live stream. They couldn't give less of a shit, y'all. They couldn't. These are my folks. Y'all are my folks. That's the truth of it, you know? They don't understand this stuff. Oh, I'm going to tell you, people are going to start understanding it really fast. It's going to change the world. Having interactive. Rob got the Calvin emojis going crazy out there with the boom, boom. Yeah, man, you are. Y'all are. VLC, man. I was just telling Heather when you were on shooting the poop on Friday. I said to Heather, I said, "Oh man, I haven't seen him in a long time. He used to be, I mean, and I candidly, I was like, he was a huge supporter of the channel. Always a super nice guy." It's exactly what I told Heather. I just hadn't seen you in a long time, Benny. So it was just the first time I'd seen you in a while. Things happen though. We get distracted. We got life. Life happens, you know. So I'm glad to see you. Glad you're back. You know, I'm glad you're doing your thing. And you grew that beard out, man. Thick and hotty, as the mafia guy, you know. The Simpsons would say. All right, we got 2 sharp chisels. Let's keep moving here. I love the fact that, honestly, I got to embrace it. It's not easy every day. Look, I don't have 500 people in here. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be easy every day. If the outcome of the game was a certainty to me, I don't know if I'd like the game, y'all. You know what I mean? If the outcome of the game is a certainty, it's no longer a game anymore. It's not fun. There's no challenge. That's why I think celebrities get depressed, and they've won so much, everything is so cheap to them, the really rich ones. My wifey hates the beard, that's why I grow it, LOL. Yeah, I've been really busy with work, man. I totally understand that, Vinny. Yeah, man, I totally understand. See how well this takes off material. That's not too bad. All right. Really what we should be doing is going around making a stop cut. We don't want to blow out any more extra wood. Let me do that real quick down here. I'm going to pinch this down on my table surface down here with this little Jorgensen clamp that I have. Notice I used the brand name in there. You're going to see me doing that a lot more. I don't know if this clamp is going to handle all that material. Nope. Use a larger one. You want to see what else salt water does? This is what salt did to this Jorgensen clamp. See if it still works, though. Maybe galvanize is the next thing they should do. Salt water is the worst thing for metal, dude. If you ever take your truck out on the beach, never take your truck out to the beach without washing it afterwards. If you ever drive on a beach, I don't know if that's something in the possibilities and for you guys, but do not drive on the beach and then not clean your undercarriage. It will look like this. It will look like this, y'all. And this happened from me just putting salt water in the shop to do hides, basically, y'all. I'll do that too, but really what I want to do is just put a stop cut here, right? I'm going to line it up by end of the last crack. What we got going on here? Well, thank you so much. Don't know what the currency is called. I got maybe ruples, shekels. What do they call it there? Somebody tell me what Israeli currency is called. I'm learning so much. Don't Daniel, please don't take anything personally. Daniel, so much. Thank you. Let me get the drum and do that, man. Thank you so much. I pride myself in knowing foreign currencies, but I don't know that one. Thank you, Daniel. Daniel, what I tell you, I'm gonna leave the drumsticks on the drum. Leaving the drumsticks on the drum. Yeah, Daniel knows we're doing something he's interested in. We were just talking about this stuff the other day. We're going to make a mold here, and we're going to do this. And if it doesn't work this way, we're going to do it another way. We're going to make sure it works. A little different than the everyday here, but that's the whole thing about Dad's workshop. It's always going to be, you're going to see that a lot. It's making a strange sound, though. How big on that sound? That was kind of a sloppy cut. Yeah, he said, I know a guy who cut a couple big holes in his truck frame to make it easier to clean out with the hose after mudding it. You know, another guy that greased the whole bottom of his truck before he went to the beach. That's me. I greased the whole bottom of my truck. I took it to a mechanic to do some work on the electrical system. And the mechanic was like, somehow, man, you got grease all over the bottom of your truck. I was like, yeah, I don't know how that happened, man. I just, I don't know. Yeah, somebody must have spilled grease. I didn't want to admit to him I greased the whole bottom of the truck because I was going to the beach. Yeah, it's the salt water, Tom, that does the worst. It's just like, let me show you that it just works. This wasn't even, there was no salt water even, like, this wasn't exposed to salt water, like dipped in. It was in the air. Like, it was just in the air. That was what did this. And these are great tools. So all I'll do is just de-rust them. Like somebody put vinegar in there. I've got some rust stuff. I use a fine sandpaper and I'll clean them with that stuff. So yeah, that's what we'll do. Now let me take this out. Look like this clamp still works. So it's a statement to the workingness of the clamps. I think they probably could use some grease now though. This is why I grease stuff. Because it does work. The salt just works metal so bad, man. And when you are working hides, that's why it's important to use galvanized nails. Like if you're nailing up a hide. I'm gonna come up a little bit shy of that mark. This is the same wood I was using to do bending towards the end there of my bending experiment. Let me do this here. Because it's plywood, it is inconsistent grain here, you know. Easy other way to do this is take your jigsaw around it again, you know, but be careful. I left a little gap there so I could kind of clean it up with other tools. I've also got a rasp over here. I kind of want this rounded out because I don't want it to rip the leather. So it's going to have to be real soft on all the edges. Now this is the size of my foot, but if you're going to do this yourself, you just make it the size of your foot, right? Let me go back a second. Shekels, yeah, I was right. Sweet. See how I guessed the currency of Israel? That's tough. That one I had to pull from deep. I was like, I have no idea what currency it is. What would they use? Ruples? No, not ruples. Rubles. And I think the Indians ones are called rubles, right? Hey, wow, that's a pitiful number of likes, but I'll still appreciate it. But please do like this video because that's not very many. I need more likes than that. Also need more subscribers. I need to get to 5,100 subscribers today, y'all. Subscribe. If you're just popping through, my name is Calvin, and I am waiting to meet you. We met Joseph earlier. We met Daniel last time. Daniel popped in last week. So that's the first time. Calvin and Miss Heather and everyone, I got to get going. Glad to be back hanging out. Take care and talk again soon. Hey, we're happy to see you, Vinny. Welcome back. Hope to see you soon. Don't be a stranger. Pop in. You know, we're and also thank you very much. Shani is in the house. Welcome, Shani. Appreciate having you here. I'm going to cut this one more time with the saw. Super psyched about this is the same company I think my last saw was made by. Looks like it. They have an English name for it over here. I'm going to have to look at it. I think Heather might have figured it out, though. Y'all know the deal with this. One side is for rip cutting, That's that side. This is for cross cutting, right? Cedar, if I didn't say hi, welcome, man. How you doing? Anybody didn't say anything to Mike? Mike, how you doing? Mr. Mozzarella. Yes, right. So don't break on me. I got to be able to endorse you. I got to endorse you. I'm trying to endorse y'all. Yeah, nah, it's good. Don't pull it. All right. For Mike right now, I charged this overnight. That may have been a bad idea.
You're muted
Am I?
still. Just came back there. I'm late.
Hold on, man. I'm trying to love that. Oh, there we go. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I gotta put this aside. This microphone died on me, man. That was really fast. A little disappointed in those. Wouldn't put that up in the product thing. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Wes. And get my drumsticks and do a little roll. Little goodbye drum roll. Drum them out of camp. That's what we did last time. They used to have a drum cadence called Aquamarine. Aquamarine, I believe, was the name of that cadence. That's what it's called now. Where they used to drum people out of camp during like the Civil War and stuff like that. But thank you. Oh, Kevin L with the super chat. Let me get over to the drums again. We're getting super chats like crazy. Super chats like crazy up in here. Thank you, Kevin L. Kevin L with the super chat. I like it. I'm gonna definitely like it. Boom. Thank you. Thank you. I can't get any work done. Y'all are so generous here. The foreman's telling me to get back to work, you know? Minecraft is good, $22.95, and I play drums. Yeah, I used to be on the side, I used to be a music teacher, so I had to play a little bit of everything. Yep. Thank you for coming in. Minecraft is good. Welcome. We're glad to have you. This is in a strange part of the wood here. When you get down to the end, gets a little touch and go here. I also got some new rasps, y'all, like rasps, yeah. I got some new rasps. Is Carrie in here? Carrie, welcome. Welcome, Carrie. Carrie, we got 2 new members today. One of them is gone. It's Vincent Kotza. And then we got another member from over in Israel, Daniel. So happy to have new members today. Minecraft is good. Said thank you. Killer 3 a.m. stream to join relative to me. Yeah. So you guys, you must be like all the way across the world. Yeah, man. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I enjoy my time here. I really do. I enjoy this. This is very enjoyable to me. Maybe could be a job here one day. That's what I'm always hoping. We're doing pretty good today. We're having a great day. So, oh, by the way, my goal today is to, and it might not be in the bottom, but my goal today is to actually get to 5,100 subscribers. I know, I'm surprised too. Did you ever think Dad's Workshop would get to 5,000 subscribers? Well, now we're there, so we got to think about the future. Where are we going with it? We're going to 5,100. That's where we're going. That's where we're headed, y'all. So subscribe and become a part of the fam. You don't have to pay anything to do that. But if you do want to be a deeper, like Daniel, new member, and like Vinny, new member, then you just click that little $ down in the bottom and I just become a member. What the hell, did YouTube change things up again? Oh, because my numbers are lower? I'm not worried about that, Carrie. I didn't even think. Place a cloth between the tree and the table. I think he means, yeah, wood. Need to change it to Granddad's Workshop. Yeah, well, the numbers are a little lower. Also, maybe if I open I'm doing woodwork. People don't like the woodwork as much as the pelts. But this is related to pelts. Tying it in. I'm not too worried. If my numbers stay up, that's all right. We were averaging 79, so it's definitely a little bit below that. But, Carrie, I didn't even start thinking about it until you came in here. I'm kidding. I did think of it. Did cross my mind that it was a little lower today. But Monday. It's Monday. We just keep it moving. We don't worry about that. We got new members, so it's worth it. Like, if you have a bad day, and the algorithm does update and change, but if you have a bad day and you get and your bad day is 60 viewers or 40 viewers is your low, and your 40 concurrence is your low, and you get 2 new members, then it's a pretty good bad day. Yeah, I've got to think less about. I got to, and I really do need to, because like in the past, I'm like, oh, I don't have 100 people in here or whatever, and really it's more about the tightness of the people you do have in there, and we do want new people coming. That's why my goal today is 5,100 subscribers, y'all. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to keep that in mind. I think you may be talking about, like, this is not going to be the sole itself, though, Daniel. This is just for the mold. So this is not going to actually be on anybody's foot. Yes, that's what he thinks that this is going to be on someone's foot. Luckily, this clamp doesn't do a whole lot of damage, maybe a little right here, but I have something for that. And that is I have plastic protectors. So if you're worried about that, I got that. My other one. These are rubber. Right? But just to make him not worry him, because I think he's worried, we'll do that. It doesn't matter. It's probably better for the wood, so we'll do that like that. Ouch, what happened? Need to change it to Granddad's Workshop. I guess so, man. I'm kind of old. But I know, hold on, was it Rob that was talking about it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Rob got about the same amount of hair as me, man. Maybe distributed a little better. I'm not kind of old. I am old, says Rob. Mm-hmm, said Miss Heather. With my emoji. I feel like my emojis are being used against me. Against my will. I want to cut this end off right here. I could grind it off with a grinder too, but y'all see the outline right there. All right. Don't know if y'all noticed this, but plywood doesn't like to be chiseled and carved very much. I mean, the plywood guy doesn't either. He doesn't like to be chiseled or carved very much either. And these are sharp, man. These are razor sharp right now. Think of what I'm going to do is sand it and file it. All right, I got some cheaper files over here, and I got a new rasps. Y'all want to see my new rasps? I don't know if these are really meant for. Minecraft guy said, I wish I could have a Subway spicy Italian right now. Those are good. You know, I used to work at Subway. It was one of the ones I liked. You may be a guy who thinks out loud. Oak Ridge here today. I was in Oak Ridge's. I'm great, Oak Ridge. I started my day today by watching your video on setting a buck. You know, it was pretty cool. This is my new rasps right now, y'all. Oh, actually, it's got a little bit to it. See those? What do y'all think about that? I never had rasp like that. Remember Oak Ridge? Looks like maybe two of the same thing. Have y'all ever had all metal rasps like that? I just got them. They're brand new. I don't buy a lot of stuff. I got myself just a handful of things like that razor saw that you see that's being sponsored up in the corner. That's a good saw, y'all. No joke. This would be where I would want to use this right here. But see, it's kind of. Wants to split the wood off. I might sand this. I might use my other files for this too. Trying to rasp on the push stroke, y'all. Oh, Oak Ridge, what I'm doing right now is making a shoe form because I'm going to cast, like I'm going to push down some leather and make some, I'm going to do some cobbling. You know me, man. I'm always trying to push the limit. But yeah, I started my day by watching you put that buck together. Something you said stuck with me too, which was when you are making your brine, if it freezes. If it freezes, you're going to lose the hair, right? Now, I didn't think I could freeze brine down here in North Carolina. But it's just a lot. Daniel, I'm with you, but look how much material there is right here. You see all that material right there before I get to the edge? So I got a lot right there. Sandpaper is going to take a long time to do that. That's a long way to do that. That's my only thing about using sandpaper there. So rasp it a little bit. I'm not worried about being a little rough here either. All right, what I was saying. Oh yeah, so Oak Ridge said, yeah, you put your brine in together, and he gave the proportions, and then he said if you let it freeze, that it will Can y'all hear me? Yeah, man. I definitely check your channel out. I definitely watch your stuff. That if you let it freeze, it'll lose the hair. So I didn't think that could happen to me, but it did this year. The pickling solution, the brine, what did I call it, man? I just called it a brine, I think, that I made for one set of hides I was doing froze. And I don't know how. It must have just been how cold it was, because typically water that has a lot of salt in it does not like to freeze. It brings the freezing temperature of water down. When you add salt molecules, it brings the freezing temperature down. But mine did freeze. Soldier Farms, welcome. Buckskin cow. That's right. Buckskin cow. What we're doing right now, Soldier Farms, is we're actually making a little cobbling form. I am going to sand it now, as Daniel, you remember Daniel, has suggested that I do. I want it to be smooth and rounded. I'm not worried about being pretty, though. What I might do after this is take this with another piece of wood, ideally a piece of wood that can handle such a thing, and then make a negative form, right? Make a negative form wherein I can place this thing in, push down leather, and it will emerge from that form. Or attach this to another piece of wood, like this would be attached to this piece of wood. And then there would be a negative form, and then this would be put down into that wood and then clamped together to allow the leather to bend to shape. I could definitely do this all in cherry and then use my saw the way I want it, right? With plywood, it's like my saw is not gonna cooperate in all the ways I want it to here, because the grain direction is not consistent, right? How you saw something is gonna depend on the grain direction. Yeah, moccasins is what I want to do, or flip-flops, because I'm going to the beach. I'm going to go crab fishing and my feet sweat. So I need either a real light moccasin or a and I have Mim sent me a pattern for moccasins. But I want flip-flops more, because I'm gonna be on the dock, and it's so hot, man. It's 100 degrees, you know, in the summer in Virginia. So, you know, with a little sea breeze and that sun, I want to be out there in my own flip-flops, you know, my own hat, my own flip-flops. All from stuff I made, you know what I mean? I'm sure y'all understand. 51 likes, that's pretty sweet. Oh, this is the razor saw. Well, it's not really a sponsor. It's just like, we have this. We have YouTube shopping now, so if we use a product on our program and we like it, we can pin it, and if somebody buys it, you know, we get a commission, right? So this razor saw, which I 100% believe in, this is like the saw for me. I've had 2 or 3 of these over the last 20 years. One of them was just lost. That's why I didn't. That's why I had to replace it. The last one I had was over 10 years old. When I still have it and I still use it, but it's starting to decline after 10 years. And you can't sharpen a Ryoba saw. They're not sharpenable. What you do with those is you replace them. I want the leather that goes on here. I want to be able to press down leather with this, right? The leather to come up and not rip on the edges, so the edges have to be smooth. Yes, they sent me a warning about that stuffed raccoon, basically, Heather. They were like, make sure you tag relevant products on your live stream. But I was like, if I could have responded, I would have been like, we were trying to practice tagging products. That's all it was, you know. Oh nah, nah, Mike. That saw that Roy's got is a Harbor Freight version, and I have one of those too, but they're not as good. They're not as good. They're dull, and the metal is. The Japanese make steel different, right? Something about the acoustics of it, man. You can hear it when you get that other one. The one from Harbor Freight. You can use it. I wouldn't try to rip cut anything with it. The one time I saw Pilato try to use that saw, he was like, I give up. He was halfway through the wood, he was done. Yeah, they have one at Harbor Freight, but it's not good. But Oak Ridge Taxidermist, you do an educational channel, right? So your channel is educational. Just don't put disclaimers. This is something I just learned recently. Don't like put a disclaimer. Oh, a warning. This is going to be objectionable material. You know, don't do that. That's one thing. And you haven't done that. That's a big deal. Always frame everything as educational on your channel. Educational, informational, and they can't get mad about if there's some gore. You know. I gotten flagged, I think, a couple times for or reported for that, and you know, it seemed to like now my numbers are a little low today. Could have been something like that. Could be natural fluctuation also. I have a couple of haters also. So what they do is when they see the live stream pop up on their thing, they come in the live stream, dislike the live stream, leave the live stream, tell YouTube not to remind them, then come back in. They know when I'm approximately going to be back on. I don't need to guess this. I know this, and it's not paranoia. They come in and dislike the live stream, report the live stream. It's just like what they do. It's because they can't stand that I'm succeeding. But they'll never stop me because cream rises to the top. So all them boys that got a problem with me, for whatever they got a problem with me for, and forever, for what it's worth, I have a problem with them in some cases because of how they act. So it's mutual. I don't like them. When they come up in here and they do that, I just expect it, right? It's just par for the course. And eventually they'll stop doing it because I don't care, they don't care, and YouTube is going to be like, why do you keep flagging this guy? Like, they're going to start disregarding it. They just, I mean, I had a guy who was a former student who was on the channel. Most people probably weren't here to see him. Former student, I love this kid, man. He was on my golf team. I used to coach this kid. I knew him in real life, right? I coached this kid in golf when I was a teacher. He came to the channel. He started doing weird stuff and acting really bossy on the channel, and I booted him. I booted and removed him. Miss Heather and I did it unilaterally, and that was hard for me because I've known this kid for 20 years. You know, when he was gone, he spent, I think, some time hacking and disliking and trolling, and then after a while, he disappeared, and I haven't heard or seen. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't do it occasionally, but was pretty sure there was that going on for a while. So, you know, when you're doing something, you're gonna have haters, and so there's this fluctuation. That's just how it is, man. They hate you because they ain't you. That's one thing, right? So when I was little, you know, I could say anything I wanted. When I had no subscribers, I could say anything about anyone and piss up and spit up and all of that stuff, and nothing was going to happen. But now if I say something, you know, there's consequences for everything I say and do because I'm actually doing something. So it hurts, man, because you see jealousy. You see people who you might have liked in the real world if there wasn't like a competitive like burn for them. Like something about you irritates them. I saw it when I was a teacher too, but I was working with 90% other women, right? So it was cattiness. It's different in the space where it's mostly men, you know, which is on YouTube. Yeah, it's a troubling thing, but it's also the way it is that you are not really doing anything until you do have people hating you, you know. And I think the ultimate example of that is the Christ, right? You know, not to get religious on everybody, but that would be the ultimate example, or somebody who has sacrificed themselves as a martyr for goodness. And the reason that we respect that is because it's hard to do that. It's hard to take the high road, man. It really is. Hard to take the high road. And basically, yeah, I'm not going to get biblical, but he went into the town the week before and they were waving palm branches. And then the next week he was crucified. So just when I was a little kid and I heard that story, I was like, how does that make sense? How does that make any sense? Y'all know what I'm talking about. We're getting close to it because we're in Lent right now. So how does that make any sense? They're waving palm branches. And then because great love love and hate are so close to each other on the emotional spectrum, man. They're very, very close to each other. That old cliche, there's a thin line between love and hate. It is a terrible cliche, but you in life will learn that that is true. That's why Miss Heather wants to punch me in the face all the time. You know, I just like, he was in town the week before, they were waving palm branches, the next week he's up on a cross. You know? So, and that's the story. I mean, you can dispute it, you can argue it, but the guy was well loved by many people, and there was another factor of a faction of people that really couldn't stand him because of that, because he's well loved, or for whatever reason. Y'all see that? See that? Boom, bing, bang. Zinc skibbity. What is that? A shoe inside? No. Nah, it's going to be the mold for a shoe. So we're going to take leather, essentially, and we're going to put leather around this, right? This is going to help me shape leather. I could take this board, attach it to this, right? Glue it up, clamp this down, glue it up, and then I'll have another board where this is cut out of, like a negative board. I wonder if I can find, like, pretend this is the entire board, right? And then it will go in to this, right? You put the leather in there. So let's say this buckskin is your leather, right? You would have this would be one piece together, and this would go in here, right? And then you would have this leather piece on the outside, and you would press it down like that, right? It would be wet, and you would press it down, and it's going to mold in the shape of that foot, right? See what I'm talking about? Press down. Yeah, that one broke. Yep, split right through the middle. I can still repair it, I think. Glue it up, most likely. It's got a real thin side here, though. And I kind of I was just barbaric to it at the end there. Yeah, I didn't mess with it too much. After it broke, I was just like, whatever. I just went on. It's plywood. It's just a crappy plywood, man. Oh no, yeah, those should pop up in a second. Jovi Dog, nice, thumbs down. Calvin, thumbs down. What happened over there? don't work for me. No, man, we got to get that working for you, man. We got to get those emojis working. It worked the other day. You were killing it with those things. I got to scrape some leather too today, guys. So the next thing we'll do tomorrow probably, and I'm going to stay in here. We're going to do some other tasks. But the next thing we're going to do is either glue this up to here or I'll cut the next one out, which is that one. See? Bing, got it ready already. See? We'll cut that one out. This is like drawer stuff from a dresser. It's like an oak plywood. So we got that. That came from that, right? We'll cut the next one out. I didn't know I made a little miscut right there. Huh. I don't like that. But that's that, right? There we go. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's scrape some leather too, because we got some leather to scrape. Oh, let me show you my shears too. Oh, so how I made that mold too was, or the layout, and I'll show you. Because this is value right here. Is I took the boot, right? This boot that we were showing the other day, this old beer boot, right? And it's the other way around, but because it's the other foot, it's inside the house. But this would have been put on there like that, right? Y'all see the cork in there? It was put on there and then laid out like that. Then I took a wing divider and set my wing divider for 1 centimeter, right? Set my wing divider. This is much more than 1 centimeter right now, so you set it with this little pin right here. Set my wing divider for about 1 centimeter, and that's about 1 centimeter there. But I checked it first, right? Then I went around the foot and did a single centimeter around the entire foot, right? So what you're looking at is the outline of basically 1 centimeter around the entire foot, because I wanted to have like a little buffer area. So I used the wing divider to do that. Gave me a chance to test out my new wing divider too. Then I just laid it out, and as you saw, I cut it with my new razor saw and just chisels. But we're gonna do the rest of that probably tomorrow. I'll put that aside, and then I'm gonna work some hides. Static on my mic, can you hear me now? I'm on a different mic. It's actually like a little mini boom. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This happened before. Yeah, my mic died, so I'm on a boom mic right now, basically. It's like a little boom mic. Alright. Then I got a bag of leather over here. Buckskin cow, coming back at you. Buckskin cow. That's right. My face right in the screen. See my face right in there? Cow, Miss B, little dude has been napping. I was supposed to be adulting this whole time. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, he's got to go back to adulting immediately. Can't leave the little babe. This little babe. Let me show you all my scissors, man. So I showed you my rasp. I gotta show you my leather scissors that I have not used yet. So I will reserve making a review on them until I've actually used them. But I've never owned a pair of scissors that I've been proud of in my life. Here is my scissors, these Tomla scissors. I read a lot of reviews before I got these. Psyched about those. So I don't order, like I said, I don't order that much stuff. I did a little order of a number of things for the workshop because we got to keep it moving in Dad's workshop and keep doing stuff. That's what we do here. We're going to do cork stuff and leather stuff and glue stuff. All kinds of stuff, man. But let me get a clamp back on here because I'm going to do some... and I will plug those scissors as soon as I have tried them. I don't want to plug anything until I try them. Get tagging, Miss Heather, says Rob. Oh, what's tagged up there now is my razor saw, which was really, really effective today. Thank you, razor saw. Didn't expect that would be a problem. All right, so the next thing is to get some hides out here, or with some. I got some scraps that my scraps need to be broken a little bit. On the, I use my little beam here. Product placement. Yep, definitely product placement, man. This video contains product placement. No, I'm supposed to be cleaning the shop. Oh, you want to see the sheet? I didn't cut anything with them yet, Miss Heather. So we'll wait till we cut something with them to be able to endorse them. Soldier Farm said, "Did you know that the U.S. Army issued the first set of differentiated last shoes in 1851, but the first pair of differentiated last field boots was not issued until mid-Civil War?" Do you mean that they're in different sizes? I know in the Civil War, the United States Army issued size 10 boots to everyone. Everyone got size 10 boots, I believe. I don't think anyone had a choice. My great-great-great-grandfather was in there, man. He kept a diary. So it was like all the little minutia during the Civil War was captured in that diary. Yeah, I think everybody got size 10s. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. And then they kind of ran out towards the end of the war. It was getting tight. Money was, they blew a whole bunch of money, man. Sutters and all these other people in the Civil War were getting, there were people whose families are still rich from selling the government straight trash during World War II. Not World War II, during World War II, good stuff. During the Civil War, a lot of equipment that was sold to the Army was crap. Because these merchants were just, it was so much that that people needed. That there was just a huge need, and so the Army was like buying everything. The United States government was buying everything. Yep, size 10, that's right. Yep. So everybody, you would have been really out of luck if you were a big guy with bigger feet than that. Cut holes in the front, I guess. Oh, really? The boot was a straight, okay, non-differentiated boot. A boot that fits both feet. Interesting. Huh. I wonder if the jack boot was like that, Soldier Farms. I was looking at the design of that recently. The German jack boot, right? A famous boot, kind of for the fear that it instilled in people. But it was generally made out of black suede, calf suede or cow suede or something. And then the guys polished it, and it had jacks in the bottom, so when they were moving, you know, you heard the click, 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 and that's why you see those scary Nazi videos, and they're clicking down the road as a unit, but they purposely made that sound. Not great camouflage, though, if you're in a situation that you're trying to be quiet, to have boots that have jacks in the bottom of them. But they did that, so, and we know that. I'm breaking this leather. This was put through fat liquor for a couple nights there. Now it's been drying a little. It was hanging on the line. I'll zoom in so you can kind of see what happens as it gets broken. Okay. What's the brand on the? Oh, the brand on the scissors is Tonma. Yeah, and these have a lifetime warranty too. That's the other thing about them. It's considered the best leather shears that there is, so I did get them. Oh, all right. Daniel was in here. Daniel, thank you for being here. By the way, shout out to Daniel. Everybody give Daniel a big hand. Daniel is a new member of the family. He has to go though. So we'll see you later, Daniel. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow. I'll be back. You know how it is here. I'm here most days of the week, Monday through Saturday. But thank you for being here, Daniel. We'll keep making shoes, man. It just takes a while. You know that. Appreciate you, though. Yep, Daniel, new member. Appreciate him. Thanks for the super chat also, Dan. Appreciate that, man. I got to get use out of these scraps, so they're gonna be part of these shoe projects probably. This stuff is very sturdy. I might take it down to this one I got down here. Very similar to the leather that you saw on my apron, right? These are the ones now. These are finished now. I finally finished these, and they've been tanned for a final time. These are the hawks that are going out to the guys that I promised hawks to, as opposed to promised hawk to a. Right? Did you catch that? Throw this back in here. Oh, I got my bucket. It's my bucket. That's my bucket full of stuff. This is scrap buckskin, so this should take to this beam a little easier here. You have to pull this stuff out so that it accepts the oil into the grain. Hey, hey man, hey, before everybody leaves, don't leave until we get to, well, you can leave. If you have to leave, you gotta go. Can we get to 5,100 subscribers, y'all? I wanna get to 5,100. Subscribe to my channel, please, and let's get to that 5,100 subscribers. We just got to 5,000 the other day, just a couple days ago. But we're trying to get to 5,100, y'all, 5.1K. That's the goal today. Where we at, Heather? Heather might be able to check that when she's not too busy trying to work her actual job. Y'all see how I'm pulling these apart to open that grain up? It's tricky here, man. Might scrape this a little. Get the scrapers. This is buckskin here, otherwise I wouldn't scrape it like this. This is all stuff I can use for strappage on my sandals or shoes or whatever, so I don't want to lose any of this, man. Especially if you think about it, I lost a piece of squirrel leather last week. True story. I lost a piece of squirrel leather actually a couple weeks ago at my folks' place. It was about this big and this long. This big, and I'm still upset about it. Because that little piece of squirrel leather probably took me hours, just like if you divide that from the entire squirrel hide, that piece of squirrel leather probably took me hours to make. So I don't want to lose anything that I put so much effort into. Sweet, Soldier Farm, shouted it out on the community page. Hey, yeah, definitely subscribe to the channel, y'all. Appreciate you. Yeah, hopefully Soldier Farms folks will pop through and like the stream, because sometimes people get suggested to stuff and they come, they don't like it. But I like to think that there's something for everybody around here. The niche is that we are trying to do different traditional crafts without cheating either, you know. There's lots of ways to cheat on stuff. So yeah, thank you for shouting it out, Soldier. Appreciate you. What we're trying to do here is get to 5,100 subscribers, y'all. That's where we're trying to get. Let me check and see where we're at right now. 5,099. We got one more to go, y'all. Be that one. I'm looking at it right now. 5,099. Let's get to 5,000. Let's get to 5,104 so that I can go to bed tonight. And when I wake up and I pull my Spider-Man covers off, because it's warm enough for me to just pull my you know, my Lightning McQueen bed with my Spider-Man covers. When I pull them off, I want to see 5,100 people on my YouTube channel. Like I want to see 5,100. So what I need is 5,104, y'all. 5,104. That'll do it. That'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get there. 5,104 subscribers today. That's the goal. Let's do it. Let's go. LFG. Let's freaking go. Right? That's how we say it. So, let's go and let's do it. Let's get to that 5,104 subscribers, folks. As you tease out this buckskin, you start to feel it. You know, it gets more, feels more like leather. But when it crimps up, it just feels like I don't know, man, like bark, tree bark, or some rigid substance. But let's go. Let's get there. 5,104. I'm gonna do this on everybody's channel too. Cedar, Soldier Farms. We're gonna do this on all y'all's channels. I'm gonna just, well, let's get there. I can't scream at people like I can here on my show, but if y'all do it, I'll back you up and keep doing it in the chat. You just gotta go. Gotta get to that 5,104 subscribers. We're trying to do that today. Get to 5,104. Let's go. 5,104 means I know I'm going to wake up tomorrow and it's going to be 5,100 in there. The spammy ones will be gone. Yep, it'll be 5,101 or 2 or whatever. The spammy ones will be gone and it'll be just the important people like you guys and the people that are going to stick around. So that's why we got to go over and above. Cal, the first day I found your channel, you were using a curved gouge. I forget what you were making, but I was on my break on a hard day in an ED classroom. I forgot to sub. Lucky it was in my history. Man, I'm glad. See? I'm glad that you found it too, man. I'm glad that you found it, Soldier Farm. You found it, we found you. It's like when you're hunting, you know, the animals find you. That's what it is. They let you take them, you know? Just like that. I'm glad. And I want you to come back and see Soldier Farm came back and subbed. Who are you talking about? We were talking about Bosnia the other day, and I had something specific I wanted to tell Soldier Farm about that. He had a Bosnia. He was talking about he was in Bosnia. Yeah, I remember when that happened. A long time ago, man. Anyway, there was something I had about that. I think Mike was around that same time period in the Army. But welcome everybody. My name's Calvin. What's your name? Introduce yourself. Double tap that screen and give me a like. You see that was the 70th like right there. What I need y'all to do is, and we appreciate Soldier Farm too. Soldier Farm got a great channel. Check out Soldier Farm's channel. Subscribe to that channel. You can do that right now. Go pop into Soldier Farm's channel. Check out some of his content. He's turning a lot of wood right now. If I'm correct, if you can correct me if I'm wrong. He's turning a lot of wood on the lathe right now. What? Terrific Tom is a joiner now? Terrific Tom. Gotta get the drumsticks out, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, put it on hold for a second. Put it on hold for a second. We got a new member. Terrific Tom in the house. Member. Renewing member. Terrific Tom. That's what I'm talking about, man. Let's go. 72 likes, 72 viewers, by the way, in there at the same time. Cedar Farms with the drumstick emojis. Put your drumsticks up, y'all. Put your drumsticks up, y'all. Let's do it. We got another member, 3 renewing members today. Now let's get to that 5,104 subscribers. Let me see where I'm at right now. 5,104 is what we're going for. 5,100, okay? We're close, y'all. We're close. But I got to go a little bit. I got to push a little bit more. But, hey, that right there is Soldier Farm saying 1 month he's been a member. I do drum rolls for those, too. Thank you, Soldier Farm, for being a member for a month. If you're a member, you can hit those little free shout-outs, and they'll show your membership. So show your joinership right in the chat by dropping that in the chat, y'all. Hey, but do subscribe to the channel, too. I need you to subscribe. I need you to subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel and become our friend. Pop in the chat. Let's say hello. I want to engage you, folks. I see a lot of y'all come through here. I've had 4 million people plus, probably closer to 5 million people now, come through the channel. I want to engage you. I'm here. If you're interested, there's something here that you're interested in seeing. So let me see you. Let's talk. Put your name in the chat. Let's have a meaningful conversation. You only live once, right? Hit that subscribe button. Join the family. Let's go. Subscribe to the channel. Terrific Tom just became a member. Soldier Farm's been a member for a month. We got a new member, Daniel, today. We got a new member who's returning, Vinny, VLC Woodworks. Become a member or just subscribe today. That's free. You don't have to pay to subscribe. Subscribe and say, hey, I'm here. I'm in the chat. I just subscribed. And that's all you got to say. Just say that. Hey, I just subscribed. This is a deer face, by the way. It says I'm at 5,100. Now I just need to get to 5,104, y'all, because I want to wake up tomorrow morning and have 5,100. I want to be at 5,100. If I leave here and I start working on stuff and I come back, it's going to be 5,098. I don't want that. We want to get to 5,104 subscribers. We'll get there. You just got to push. You got to push. You got to ask. Hey, folks, if you're in there, it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to the channel. They won't even bother you. Here's the way YouTube's algorithm works now. You can subscribe to a channel, and they won't bother you with the content for that channel unless you actually watch it. That's why it doesn't mean anything to have just subscriptions. So the truth is that if you subscribe, it probably you won't even notice it unless you actually watch the videos, in which case you want the notifications, right? So subscribe to the channel and click the notifications bell so that you can pop in and, whenever you want. Subscribe, but also, and not to be negative, if for some reason you're not trying to be bothered, and honestly, YouTube does not really bother people unless they show an interest in content, right? YouTube's not going to just show you a video, even subscribe, folks. Carrie, look, Carrie's been a member for 6 months. She said, best channel ever. Subscribe today, ladies and gentlemen. Carrie has been a loyal member for 6 months. We're good folks here. All we're doing is just hanging out, doing different crafts, traditional crafts and stuff. If you're somebody I know, and I know there's probably some of y'all out there, some of my former students, etc., please pop through and subscribe to the channel. Same vibe, y'all. Same Mr. Seetin vibe, y'all, as back in the day. There you go. Soldier Farm said he wants 500 by Memorial Day. Let's make sure Soldier Farm subscriptions get to 500. I think we can do that before that, Soldier Farms. I think we can do that before that. We can get you to that before Memorial Day. No promises. That's a good goal. And what happens if you hit that 500? We set another goal, right? Set another goal. So Soldier Farm says by Memorial Day he wants 500. I want him to have 500 too. Let's get him before Memorial Day. Let's get in there and subscribe to Soldier Farm's channel before Memorial Day. Get him to 500. Let's get me to 5,104 today, folks. It can happen. It will happen. We're going to manifest it. We're going to will it into existence. That's what we're going to do. We're going to manifest it. We're going to will it. We're going to push it. We're going to pray for it. And we're going to work for it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to manifest it. We're going to pray for it. We're going to meditate on it. We're going to work on it. Not going to talk about it. We're not going to pretend about it. We'll talk about it, but we'll talk about it while we're doing it, right? Well, watch hours come with the live streams doing well, Soldier Farm. So your live stream does well. I have a live stream. My best live stream, where I did 139K. That live stream had like 600 watch hours in itself, just that video. So you can get, and I'm going to tell you, when I was first doing live streams, and that's not a flex or a brag. When I was doing live streams like a year ago today, I would hope to get 5, 10, 20 hours out of it, but I was noticing I was getting lots of watch time. So the live streams are where you get the watch hours, but you have to be focused on optimizing your audience. For me, it's okay to slip down, but for you, we want to be pushing your viewership constantly. 5,103. Are we almost there? We almost to my 5,104 goal. Did Miss Heather use all of her burner accounts to subscribe to my channel? I don't think so. She probably did that a long time ago. I'm on month 2. Too many. What is that symbol in there? To figure out how to share it. Yeah. So we're definitely subbed. But everyone who's not subbed, I don't know why my Vice has the handle right at the area of my pocket. Everybody's not subbed. Check out Soldier Farms. What we do is we keep going. We keep manifesting, manifesting, working towards it, networking, because it is networking too. But what I will say, and I have said this to people before, you don't, and you'll see I do this a lot. Somebody will say, can somebody put Calvin's link in the chat? And I'll say, no, please don't do that. I don't need folks to do that when I'm in their live. What I want to be focused on in other people's lives is their live stream. What are they doing? If they ask about me, we can talk. I mean, I'll talk about me. But on someone else's show, to me, it's about them and their progress. And I try to really stand by that. I'm trying to get their channel up. I'm there to elevate their channel. I'm not there to elevate my channel, but that will happen in time. So you put the goodness out and it comes back to you. I don't know if you ever heard that. They have that concept in multiple cultures, that you reap what you sow. Multiple cultures have this principle. And I truly believe that we reap what we sow. Like in general, man, we can't see the punishment that came to the people that did evil. It just happens. Evil happens, and the people who do it suffer. They probably were already suffering. That's why they did evil. So us wishing ill upon them is not doing anything, right? So my point is to say, sitting in someone else's chat and promoting yourself, right? And I'm not talking about you, Soldier Farms. I'm glad we need to promote you. We need to get you up to monetization. I'm glad and happy to promote your channel in here. You're a valued member. But when someone, like, say I don't know, or someone unprompted comes in and starts to promote themselves, that doesn't look good for them, it's not networking. Networking is actually building a community where you help each other, where everybody has, we don't always get along. Everybody doesn't always get along. Even friends have arguments. But we try to help each other, and we try to be there for each other when it's their time, to shine and do their thing. And that way we really build a positive community. Every time somebody's on, it's their moment, right? And every time that switches, and we focus on that, and we don't try to be greedy, and that's what we do. That's my thing. So I agree with you on that, Cal, but so many people in our community have helped me do this that I have to give back. Hey, nah, give back. I'm not telling you, don't take that the wrong way. Don't take that as you should not promote people's channel. And also, people will ask you to promote their channel too. So you're going to have plenty of that, people saying, hey, well, they should. They should say, Rob, hey, can you mention this or that, for me? There's nothing wrong with that. I used to, especially before I was monetized, I used to love when people would say, what are you doing on your channel, Calvin? Because I could talk about it and it would essentially bring subscribers. But at this level for me, when I go into someone else's chat, I get no subscribers. I get to go, if I am not entertained by going to someone else's live, there's no sense for me to go, because I don't get subscribers from other people's lives anymore. That goes away once you get up to a certain threshold. And this is something I figured out. Like, you stop getting subscribers when you go to lives. You can chat and don't do subscription for subscription either. YouTube knows you do that, right? YouTube knows when you go subscribe for subscribe. They can tell. It happens at the same time. It sets off a bunch of mechanisms in their algorithm. Yeah, weekly shoutouts are a great way to do it. Yeah, I'm happy when I get more than 100 viewers. I had one with almost 2,000. They roll in and out. They do roll in and out. I can't see, like, I'm on month 2, Cedar. I can't read that right there, though. The emoji I can't see for some reason. Like, too small for it. It looks like a turkey. like squirrels, like a squirrel. Thank you for the shout out. Hey, man, Soldier Farm, check out his live stream. Sorry, y'all. I was like trying to figure out what that emoji was in that chat. This is a piece of face leather, y'all. I have actually saved face, and that's this. So that's what I'm actually scraping the back of it because it's getting it softer so I can use it. I'm gonna save every animal's face now probably. This is really, really hardy leather, like strong. So I'm glad I saved it. It caused me a bunch of problems because it got real nasty. It sat in the tanning liquor for a long time. I probably should be wearing gloves. I'm mad allergic to that stuff. And it'll hit me later. Let's see where we're at. 5,100 and what? 5,100 and what? 5,103. We need one more, folks. One more subscriber. Check out this leather, y'all. Check out this leather we're making in Dad's workshop. We're gonna pull it. See, like when you push it, see what it does? See how that changes color? See how leather changes? Because that's what I was telling Mike this morning. Gotta show stuff to the camera. Check it out, y'all. See that? Smash that like button. Subscribe, y'all. Let's get that 5,104th subscriber. I just want to work this grain, right? Show the camera stuff, y'all. This is what I was telling Mike yesterday. I was like, if you ever get to a point where you don't know what to say or do, show the camera what you're doing. Even though my numbers are a bit low today, we had a great live stream, y'all. We had a great live stream. I'm so happy with that. I couldn't be happier. Oh, I don't know if we get there, but Soldier Farm, let's get to 80 likes, y'all. Let's get to 80. Someone double tap that screen, like this video. Give me the 80 likes. Trying to break this leather here. This is a little bit younger than some of my other leather. This just got out the tannins, so it's oh, 80 likes. Look at that. I keep checking to see if I'm still sub. I swear they removed some. They should not do that. I found that out about Oak Ridge Taxidermy. I went to Oak Ridge Taxidermy this morning, if he's still in the building, and found out I was not subbed to his channel. I said, there is no way that I was not subbed to this guy. I was watching his live the other night. I know I was subbed. I think you had to sub to be talking to chat. So I don't know how the hell that happened. Must have been on accident. Was certainly not on purpose. I don't unsub to that many people anyway. Thought that was a bat for a moment. Rob thought it was a bat. No, I've never, although I have been in a cave where there was bats and it was either me or the bats were going to move or I was going to move, one of the two. And I had to get where I was going. So I've definitely had that happen. 81 likes. Hey, check this out. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get that 5,104th person so I can leave everybody alone. Real stiff right here, but you see how when you break it, it starts to get that nice, like, deep cherry, dark black cherry look to it. That's the beautiful thing about bark tan leather, y'all, with the grain on it, which is the way I would prefer to do it, although I love my buckskin, I'm not gonna lie. I love how that stuff came out. 5,104, let me see if we got there, y'all. Let me see if we got there. 5,104, we're there. We're there, y'all, we're there. I got a whole bucket of scraps here. Dad's Workshop, Calvin at yahoo.com if you're interested in getting a scrap. A couple scraps of leather. We'll talk about it. Depends on, overseas shipping is very expensive right now. So that's tough. But appreciate everybody. Love y'all. Hey, look at that super chat total. That's really good, y'all. We had a great day, man. Thank you, Kevin. 5,104. Thanks to Kevin. Appreciate you, Kevin. Thanks to all of the super chat donors today, man. Lots of super chat donors and all 3 of our new members. We got 3 new members today. First member was VLC, Vinny, with the beard. VLC. Then Terrific Tom, who I may know. I may know this guy. Terrific Tom. And then Daniel from Israel. So welcome to everybody. I need one so I don't cut my boys off. I think he's talking about his nuts though, right? Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. My name is Calvin. This has been Dad's Workshop. Let me spray off my hands because I already start to feel them itchy. They're already feeling itchy. Oh no, y'all. What's wrong with my hands? Oh, that's not even water. That's not water. That's mineral spirits. That's not water. What did I spray that on, y'all? What did I spray that on earlier? Nothing edible, hopefully. Thank y'all. Appreciate you. I'm out of here. Do the next right thing. This is Calvin spraying mineral spirits on his hands, thinking it's water. Take care and have a great day.